Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most powerful villains in video games. For this list, we'll be looking at antagonists that possess unimaginable amounts of power and aren't shy about showing it. Did we miss your favorite OP video game villain? Tell us in the comments. Number 10, Zeus, God of War series. When the king of the gods isn't being a bad father or a bad husband, he tends to just be a bad guy. Zeus might have helped his son Kratos in the past, but maybe stabbing him and leaving him for dead might have soured their relationship. Among the bountiful bunch of overpowered gods on Mount Olympus, Zeus takes his place at the very top. This proud and paranoid powerhouse proved to be more than a match for his murderous offspring.
Not let you destroy Sparta.
So it's not shocking to hear that the god of lightning has an assortment of abilities, from zapping enemies with his iconic thunderbolts, crushing them with his towering astral projections, or his odd habit of bestowing godly powers to simply steal them back after. Number 9, Ganon, The Legend of Zelda series. Just edging out the malevolent Majora is the bane of Hyrule himself, Ganon, who has proved time and time again that he is not easy to get rid of. Whether he's merely a mystical man or a monstrous menace, he always has nightmarish powers at his disposal. However, in his newest incarnation as Calamity Ganon in Breath of the Wild, he feels more like a force of nature than a typical foe. Calamity Ganon managed to kill Hyrule's greatest champions and take control of weapons that were specifically designed to kill him. After that, he plunged Hyrule into an age of chaos and routinely resurrects his minions during blood moons, to make things harder for Link. Number 8, Yaldabaoth, Persona 5.
Give me a break!
Imagine if a pompous control freak was given ultimate power. That's kind of what Yaldabaoth's whole deal is. He is the physical embodiment of humanity's desire for order, and he does not take kindly to any disruptions of his plans. With the ability to turn lies into truth, he can torture and pretty much erase people out of existence. In his God of Control form, he has no weaknesses or resistances, and grows stronger the longer he fights. Yaldabaoth is armed to the teeth in his final form with multiple arms, multiple items, and a smorgasbord of special abilities. Just when you think you've survived his worst, he always has something up his sleeves.
The sin of rebelling against a god is severe.
Number 7, Kefka Palazzo, Final Fantasy VI. What would you do if you gained godlike powers? If you're Kefka, then of course you'd unleash an itty-bitty apocalypse onto the world, which kills countless people and disfigures the planet. Before becoming Kefka, the god of magic, Kefka Palazzo was a more than capable court mage. But once he got a taste of godhood, it was all elemental attacks, draining an entire party's health to 1, and showering enemies with meteors. After destroying most of the world and ruling over it, this deranged deity would sometimes blast and incinerate entire towns if they upset him. We hope Kefka doesn't mind being number 7. Wait, what's that light in the distance? Number 6, Alduin, The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim.
Come on, we need to get inside.
Balak Shur.
This Dova is keen on destroying the world, and unless you're the Dragonborn, there's not much you can do about it. Alduin, the World Eater, is the main antagonist of Skyrim, and he makes his devastating debut by destroying an entire town called Helgen. This all-powerful dragon once almost ended the world, but through some time travel trickery, he was sent to the future, which probably made him angrier when he finally returned. Being the oldest son of the dragon god Akatosh comes with its benefits. Alduin can use world-shattering dragon shouts, which are like spoken spells. He can bend other dragons to his will, and he's practically immortal. Now we know where his massive ego comes from. Number 5. Sarah Kerrigan, StarCraft series. Any way you cut it, the Queen of Blades is a galactic-level threat. This psionic soldier turned leader of the Swarm is a constant terror in the StarCraft universe. The Swarm is what other species called the Zerg, which fits for sure since they're essentially an army of assimilated species that is constantly adding more to their ranks. They number in the billions, and Kerrigan can tell them what to do with just a thought.
For I am the Queen of Blades.
She's no slouch herself, as her suppressed psionic abilities were heightened when she was transformed, but having a near-endless supply of forces that will do your bidding without question is always a plus.
I shall embrace it at last.
Number 4. Reapers, Mass Effect Trilogy.
You are not Saren.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Every 50,000 years, these colossal killer robots come out of dark space and do what they do best. The Reapers only have a single purpose: to eliminate all organic life in the galaxy, which they have become mercilessly methodical at. They are somewhat indestructible, so as a last resort, an enormous armada of all the species in the galaxy had to be formed to oppose them. The Reapers don't only rely on their sheer strength, as they can manipulate people and indoctrinate them just by being near them. This means that anyone on your side could secretly be pro-Reaper and you wouldn't even know it until it was too late. Number 3. Gygus, Earthbound. The embodiment of evil? Yeah, that title checks out. Gygus is the extraterrestrial primary antagonist of Earthbound. He invades Earth because he wants to steal all traces of psi, or psionic powers, from the human race. When this fails, he leaves peacefully. Nah, we're just kidding. He then attempts to destroy all existence. In such a relatively upbeat and offbeat game, it is strange to encounter an enemy that has armies of war machines, can turn living beings evil and make them serve him, and create a dimension of pure chaotic hatred. Eesh, we're gonna have nightmares now. Number 2. Zanza, Xenoblade Chronicles. If you're not familiar with this series, then you might not know how intricate its storyline is and how overpowered its villains are. Case in point, Zanza, who's definitely a lot of both. Zanza was once a mere mortal but became godlike. In his new immortal form, his body transforms into a fusion of the two gods in this universe, Bionis and the Mechanists, and he wields two divine swords called Monados.
Now that I possess both Monados, I should be at one with the passage of fate.
He also has a laundry list of powers which include, but are not limited to, being able to warp reality, create black holes, manipulate minds, manipulate souls, manipulate fate, and so on. If you're still skeptical, his power level is just question marks.
I will then create a new world, just as I have done many times before.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Chakravartin, Asura's Wrath. Mantra is the cosmic energy that powers the gods and all the bombastic fights in Asura's Wrath. Well, this is the guy that created it. Chakravartin, the god of Mantra, can hypothetically do anything he wants. Being the strongest being in this universe with an unlimited amount of power makes feats like creating planets, moons, and other astronomical bodies, manipulating space and time, and so on feel a bit mundane. In his final form, which is Chakravartin the Creator, he destroys all of Asura's arms with just one of his fingers, which is an insane accomplishment since Asura does this to the other gods.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.